Comic Hero Show. I'm your host, Victor Nunley, and I am Comic Hero. Coming to you for the first time ever from Uncharacteristic Studios right outside of Homer, Louisiana. Right inside my own home. And I'm very excited about this. This is a brand new, bold direction for the show. Well, there's not much anything else I can say. But let's just kick things off like we always do and give away a free t-shirt. Alright, last week's episode I asked, who developed the super soldier serum? Well, the correct answer is Dr. Abraham Erskine. 8 people have answered correctly, and because they've answered correctly, their names have been entered in a drawing for a free tea. And that drawing takes place right now. So, the winner of the free tea for this week's episode of the show is... Manuel Rock from Natchitoches, Louisiana. So congratulations, Manuel. You win yourself a free Comic Hero tea. Alright, here's the question for next week's episode. This is a Green Lantern question. What's the nickname that Green Lantern Kilowog has for everyone? Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in the drawing for a free tea in next week's episode of the show. Now, I gotta ask, any questions?
Questions I walk around in, questions I tend to thrive in, questions I will survive in, questions.
Alright, I only have one question, and it's for Courtney Emerson from Arlington, Texas. He asked, why do folks hate Cyclops so much? Well, Courtney, that's a very, 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 very easy question. I mean, that's a question with a very easy answer, rather. The only reason that folks hate Cyclops, well, they hated him. Well, it doesn't matter what he really does. He's always that one guy that no one really likes. Now, he was a little different in the X-Men cartoon from the 90s, but the one in the comics, he was always this Boy Scout, had this Boy Scout demeanor about him, that he always went by the book. And you know, he always kissed up to Professor X. And then, after the events of this miniseries called House of M, where the Scarlet Witch, under the influence of Magneto and Quicksilver, had altered reality where mutants were the dominant species and humans were the endangered species, and then she snaps out of it and then goes and then re-alters reality back to the way it was, only one difference, where all but 198 mutants lost their powers. Cyclops was one of those that did not lose his powers, and he went from being like Professor X to more like Magneto. You know, and now Professor X was always that one guy that, you know, and he was always about helping folks. He was always, you know, and he wanted to live in a world where mutants and humans could coexist. And Magneto, he was always about self-preservation. He wanted a world where you know, mutants take care of each other by any means necessary. And Cyclops started going towards that, and then folks started hating him even more. And then, you know, and then when he died, a lot of folks were very happy about that. But then, right before he died, that's when the 5 original X-Men ended up being trapped in the present-day Marvel universe. Cyclops learned what a jerk he was, and he decided, okay, I'm not going to be this way. So hopefully, you know, the original Cyclops is dead. But I mean, the older Cyclops is dead, but the original Cyclops currently lives in the Marvel universe, and hopefully we can learn not to hate him so much. Well, that is if he learns not to be a jerk like his predecessor. All right, that's it for any questions. Now, that's a very good question. We need to. There needs to be more questions. I want to have at least 2 or 3 questions every episode. So if you have any questions pertaining to comics or pertaining to the show that are not tasteless, send them to me. Alright, now Curtis Harris from Warren, Ohio has requested a Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown fight, and this one is a comics character going up against a video game character. And it's very good. Representing Marvel, we have Captain America. And representing Street Fighter, we have Guile. These two are going to duke it out in a segment I like to call
The Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Welcome to the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown. Today, it's Captain America versus Guile. Captain America possesses peak human strength, speed, durability, agility, reflexes, senses, and mental processing, is a master martial artist and hand-to-hand combatant, accelerated healing factor, is an expert tactician, strategist, and field commander, and wields a vibranium steel alloyed shield. Guile is a skilled tactical fighter who possesses numerous moves like the Sonic Boom, the Sonic Hurricane, the Opening Gambit, and the Total Wipeout. Who will win? Get ready for a fireworks-sized fight. It would start out with hand-to-hand combat. After minutes of matching each other's speed and fighting styles, Guile decides to use one of his special moves. He attempts and yells, "Sonic Boom!" But Cap absorbs the force of it into his shield. He immediately chucks the shield at Guile and knocks him out cold. However, when the shield makes contact with Guile, he falls to the ground in slow motion. Cap looks confused, but takes the win. He then walks up to Guile and says, "Look, soldier, it's not a good idea to call out your moves. Just saying." Captain America wins. That concludes this fight on the Comic Hero Throwdown Showdown.
Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed that fight. If you have fight requests for future episodes, contact info is down there. Alright, it's time for Comically Speaking, so without further ado, let's talk comics! Alright, there are going to be three things that I'm going to talk about in this segment of Comically Speaking. And the first one is the upcoming Shazam movie that comes out in theaters next year. It's going to star Zachary Levi playing the role of Shazam. And I really like Zachary Levi playing this role. I liked him in Chuck. I think he's going to deliver in this one. But enough talk. Take a look at the trailer.
You've run from foster homes in 6 counties.
I can take care of myself.
When you're 18, give these people a chance, because that's what they're giving you.
This is Billy Batson. Make sure you make him feel at home.
They seem nice, but don't buy it. It gets real Game of Thrones around here. Dude, just messing around. You look at me and you're like, why so dark? You're a disabled foster kid. You've got it all. If you could have one superpower, what would you pick? Everybody chooses flight. You know why?
So they can fly away from this conversation?
No, because heroes fly.
What, you need your fake family to stand up for you? Hey! Man, sorry about that. Go, go, go! Grab it! Get out the way!
Billy Batson, I choose you as champion.
Hello?
Say my name so my powers may flow through you.
But I don't know your name, sir.
Shazam.
Wait, for real? Say, okay! Shazam?
This means Billy!
What is happening?
You're the only person I know that knows anything about this Cape Crusader stuff.
Can I...
Oh, yeah. That's crazy, right?
What are your superpowers?
Superpowers, dude? I don't even know how to pee in this thing.
AM to the PM, PM to the AM.
You have super strength.
You just got
Can you fly?
If I quit your realm, I still rock Mercedes. If I quit this season, I still be the greatest.
You okay? Why are you talking?
Be on move. Sit down.
You know, I don't think that's gonna buff out.
Your phone's charged. Your phone's charged.
The hell?
Move that arm, big.
You're like a bad guy, right?
Shazam!
Gentlemen!
You have bullet immunity!
I'm bulletproof.
You're dead.
Sorry about your window, but you're welcome for not getting robbed. Oh, hey, what's up? I'm a superhero.
Shazam in theaters next year. All right, and then it was revealed at San Diego Comic-Con this past weekend. The trailer to Aquaman. Now it's going to star Jason Momoa playing the lead role. It's also going to star Amber Heard playing the role of Mira, which is Aquaman's love interest. And there's also going to be other characters. The Black Manta will be in it, and then also Nuita's Volko will be in it. And it's directed by James Wan. And I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I'm going to let you take a look at the trailer.
My father was a lighthouse keeper. My mother was a queen. But life has a way of bringing people together.
We could unite our worlds one day.
Check it out. Arthur is talking to the fish.
They made me what I am. Permission to come aboard?
I've been looking for you. Your half-brother, King Orm, is about to declare war upon the surface world.
The only way to stop this war is for you to take your rightful place as king.
Trust me, I am no king.
You do your best thinking when you're not thinking at all.
That was the worst pep talk ever.
Might want to strap in. Welcome home.
My brother has come from the surface to challenge me for the throne.
I call it an ass whooping. I'm no leader. I came because I have no choice. I came to save my home and the people that I love.
You think you're unworthy to lead because you're of two different worlds. But that is exactly why you are worthy.
That was awesome.
The war is coming to the surface, and I'm bringing the wrath of the seven seas with me.
We're here.
What are you doing?
You should have a parachute.
Redheads! You gotta love them.
Aquaman in theaters, December 21st. And then finally, now DC has started their own online network where you can watch TV shows that are made for that and can only be seen there. Oh, by the way, Young Justice will be in there, and there's going to be a third season. It's going to be called Young Justice: The Outsiders. And also, in addition to that, there's also going to be a Titan series. Now, there has been talk about a Titan series forever. I mean, pretty much. I mean, there have been talks about it. There have been folks backing out of it. It was supposed to be on TNT. It was supposed to be on TBS. It was supposed to be on the CW. But they have finally come up with something, and it's also going to be on the DC Online channel. And I'm going to show a trailer of it, but before I do, I need to warn all you parents that have small children, you may not want them to see this. Take a look.
Who are you?
Everything led me here. To you. You're the boy from the circus.
You got no place to hide. And I'm feeling like a feeling, got a hunger inside.
Please, can you help me?
Where's Batman?
Fuck Batman.
There's something evil inside of me.
You're scared. I get it. But you can control it. You don't know what I've become.
Sometimes, when I feel the darkness, it feels good. My mom says there's no such thing as monsters.
I used to think that. I was wrong.
Titans coming soon to DC Direct. Alright, that's it for Comic Week Speaking. Now then, let's get to the comics I bought this week.
Comic books I bought this week.
Alright, first up is Astonishing X-Men number 3. Astonishing X-Men number 4. Astonishing X-Men number 5. Astonishing X-Men number 6. Astonishing X-Men number 7. Champions number 5. Champions number 19. Champions number 20. Champions number 21. Champions number 22. The Immortal Hulk number 2. The Immortal Hulk number 3. Avengers number 4. Avengers number 5. Detective Comics number 984. X-Men Blue number 31. Exiles number 5. Tony Stark Iron Man number 2. X-Men Red number 6. The Life of Captain Marvel number 1. Justice League number 4. Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps number 48. Batman number 51. Green Lanterns number 51. X-Men Gold, number 32. Captain America, number 1. Now, I want to show y'all something. This has a double cover. Check that out. And that was done by Lionel Francis Yu, who's the artist on the book. Flash, number 50. Wonder Woman, number 50. Superman, number 1. Titans, number 23. Thor, number 3. And finally, The Amazing Spider-Man, number 1. Now this also has a double cover too. Check that out. And also, I need to talk about this briefly. In the pages of the previous volume of Amazing Spider-Man, in the last miniseries called Go Down Swinging, Spider-Man, with the help of some other folks, take down Norman Osborn under the influence of the Carnage symbiote. But they do it at a cost. It costed the life of one person, and that was Flash Thompson, as aka Anti-Venom. But oh, by the way, I did mention this before on the show, but J. Jonah Jameson knows that Peter Parker and Spider-Man are the same, and because he was once married. His dad was once married to Aunt May. Instead of trying to make him out to be a bad person, he embraces the fact that he's Spider-Man, and tries to support him any way that he can. Very, very, very excited about reading this series. It's written by Nick Spencer, who has also written Captain America among other books. And it's with artwork by Ron Otley, and I cannot wait to read this. All right, that's 32, which brings the total number of comics that I've watched since December of 1997 to 8,787. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Here's a question again for a free tee for next week's episode of the show. What's the name that Kilowog of the Green Lantern Corps has for everyone? Everyone who answers correctly will be entered in a drawing for a free tee in next week's episode of the show. And congratulations to Manuel Rock from Natchitoches, Louisiana, who won a free tee in this week's episode. One thing that I failed to mention at the beginning of it is this Spider-Man tee that I'm wearing right now. This is a Spider-Man tee, and to go along with it, the Spider-Man hat. Now, the only reason that I'm wearing this is because about 3 weeks ago, Steve Ditko, the co-creator of Spider-Man, passed away. He was in his 90s. He lived a good full life. He of course created Spider-Man with Stan Lee, and yeah. And I'm doing this in memory of him. I don't know him that well. I've never met him. I wish I would have. Because anyone that, if he created Spider-Man, if he co-created Spider-Man, he had to have done something. That was a real awesome thing to have done in his life. And I'm quite sure he went knowing I created one darn good superhero. And he did. Alright, well, this was the first episode of the show here at Uncharacteristic Studios. This is actually inside my new house. As I said at the end of episode 220, I'm a homeowner now, and have a new job and everything. And life is amazing. But life is amazing no matter I mean, one thing about it, if you wake up every morning, I mean, if God allows you to wake up every morning, that should be it. You should have an awesome day. It doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if it's raining. It doesn't matter if the sun is shining. It doesn't matter if it's snowing. It just doesn't matter. Any day you wake to see is a good day. And I hope any of y'all that went to not Louisiana, but San Diego Comic-Con this weekend, I hope y'all had fun. If you went to the Anime Con in Bossier City, I hope y'all had fun. I'm going to Geek Con next month. I'm going to be there in full force. There's going to be a lot of great guests there. John Wesley Shipp, Helen Slater, Eric Estrada, Dana Snyder, Mick Foley. I mean, Hank. Oh no, I don't think Hank Cosplay is going to be there. But there's going to be a lot of professional cosplay models that are going to be there. And if y'all are going, I hope to see y'all there. All right, I'm Victor Dudley. I'm the Comic Hero. I'll see you next week for episode 222. So until then, be safe, be blessed, be a hero, and rest in love, Steve Ditko. We love you. Welcome to this week's edition of the Comic Hero Show. I'm your host, Victor Dudley, and I am the Comic Hero. Coming to you for the first time ever over at... All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Here's a question again for a free tee for next week's episode of the show. What is the nickname that Kilowog... Cow. Superman was never a member of the Green Lantern Corps.